Originally, I was gonna get into like a law enforcement kind of thing. I thought that being out on patrol would be my thing. Corrections is completely different than anybody ever thought it was gonna be. There's that still that stigma of a prison guard from what you get from the movies, that you're just a no-neck kind of grunt. We're not here to be that guy that you see in the movies. We are here to correct. We're not here to actually demoralize. You do play a key role as a mentorship, you know, as somebody that these guys can look up to.
It's almost to motivate them, like, go get your GED today. Just a little bit of encouragement, or just a little bit like having somebody to believe in them almost, so that way they could change for the better.
They're there to do their time and get out to their families, but a lot of times they just need that person inside the facility to come and talk to you, to ask for advice, you know, so this way they get that confidence and can hopefully get out and do a great job outside the facility.
The goal, like I said, is to get them out. And the feeling that you have that you are able to get these guys out and you never see them come back into the prison is fantastic.
Was out with my kids at a restaurant, and there was a guy came up to me. I recognized his face, but I knew he was from the pen. And he just came up to me, stopped. I was like, how are you doing? He's like, man, I'm off parole, doing great. I'm a manager of this restaurant. I was like, that's good. And he said, I really wanted to appreciate you for being a human being to me.
If you come in showing humanity to these guys, treating them like they're a person rather than a number, or just, hey, you're 20 years, that's what I'm gonna treat you like. Treat these guys like they're a person, and you're gonna get a lot better reaction. Your shift's gonna go a lot better. Your career throughout the time is gonna be a lot better.
You got to be respectful. Respectful is a big thing in life in general, and you got to be understanding, and you really have to know how to communicate and be a good listener. It's not always showing your authority figure. Authority plays a big part in this field, but listening sometimes plays a way bigger part.
Most people believe that you should look like a linebacker or quarterback to be doing this type of line of work, but you really don't. I understand where people do feel that way, that it is dangerous, but once you learn how to communicate with us officers along with the offenders behind the walls, it's basically teaching them how to be a new version of themselves.
A correction officer comes in all shapes and forms, and the training really helps mold you to become a great officer. So as for training, a lot of it is verbal. That's our main component. We have a lot of self-defense training. We have continual training throughout the year, but we do rely on our words, and we rely on just different techniques to help the inmate, so this way they feel that they are the ones making that decision.
We really do care about the training that we put into individuals. Everything they do, we want them to be very confident.
Day one, you don't just go in, here's your keys, go have some fun. You know, first 4 weeks is good classroom training, you know, then we also give you more training in the walls before you're by yourself. But a saying that we have, and I think most correctional department has this, is no one walks alone in prison. So when I say no one walks alone, literally nobody walks alone, whether it's physically or whether it's visually. That way we know something happens, people are a radio call away. It's a feeling that you get when you're here. It's kind of hard to explain to somebody that hasn't done it, but you get into this and you realize that as you grow, I guess if you want to call it, you start getting a family here.
A lot of it is the camaraderie with our staff, and it feels like a home, a family. My goal was to become a police officer, and was trying to get some experience into some field of law enforcement, and then moving on from there. And like I said, been here 15 years.
I gained a lot of respect for the officers that I work with, and we can just be ourselves. Prior to this, I was very shy. I was very timid, and I also was very short-tempered. They kind of just taught me how to be different. Like, I could express myself more, but these guys really taught me how to handle myself.
I figured I'd be here for a couple of years. Figured get my time in, move on to like county or to city police and go from there. Come to find out, this is where I'm supposed to be.
The reason I do this is basically to change lives. And I don't regret a single day of it.
Anybody can almost make a really good correctional officer. Cause like me, I was very shy. I'm a negotiator, which says a lot because that's all about communications, which I never thought I'd be able to do. And it's rewarding.
A lot of people don't understand that as a correctional officer, I say it a lot, you're a mentor. To a lot of these guys that haven't had it, you're a figure in their life that actually holds some kind of weight because they see you every day. They know that you're gonna be there.
If you here to touch lives, change these guys' life, or change the aspect of them in some type of way, this is a place for you. It's very fulfilling.